Hi, this is Graphically Alex coming at you with all things fat related. If that's something that interests you, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. Today I have Mr. Eric Keisha.
Hello.
That's not actually his name, but his name is Eric.
It's just Mr. Eric.
With me today, and we are going to be talking about jealousy in fatness, or in weight loss. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Nobody's jealous of somebody who's fat.
And I'll be so real right now.
I know, I need to be for effing real. Anyways, so we're going to talk about that because I feel like I've had a slight exposure to this over the past week or so. Now, full disclosure, I have been eating like a hog. I'm on my trip to LA, and it's been fun.
He's thriving. You're thriving.
No, but I'm having fun. But I'm not like doing the bad stuff to the toxic ritualistic behavior or anything, but I am eating a lot more, and I'm not in a deficit whatsoever, and I'm probably a bit bloaty.
Yeah.
So I had cake today.
Yeah, who cares? No more melon cake. So.
And I had wine yesterday.
Oh, I know. Gosh. Crazy over here.
I know, it was so scandalous. But anyways, I do want to talk about this because, like I said, I think despite all those disclaimers, I have reached a point where I'm starting to see that little bit of jealousy, and I think this could be a longer term issue for me and for my channel and this whole thing. So I want to get the perspective of a weight loss veteran.
Oh my gosh, that's me.
He lost weight a long time ago. Been 9 years at least. How long has it been?
Gosh, no, it's been longer. It's been like 10 or 11 years.
Okay,
so it's been
so
a while.
he's defying Aubrey Gordon with every day of existence.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Yes.
There's still a chance I can gain it all back and then some.
Yeah, until it's all over.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I'm just kidding. But over 10 years, it's major. So what were you at your highest and wow, highest, lowest,
wow.
and what were you most of the time, we'll say?
Okay, so my highest was 240 pounds. That was my highest. That's like the highest I ever shot up. And then when I was at my lowest, that was like 180. But it was just all like flabbiness. Like it was all just gross, like skinny fat basically. Because the only thing I did was cardio. I never did like weightlifting or anything. So I would do like a ton of Stairmaster, I would do a ton of running, I would do like elliptical, like all the cardio. So I didn't do any muscles. So like, yeah, I lost weight and I was 180, but that was just pure flabbiness. So basically I was just really soft and like all over the place, you know?
Right.
But I was 180 at my lowest, and right now I'm currently sitting at 195. So,
Okay.
an uncomfortable 195, because I don't want to be here, so.
And what's your goal overall?
I thought it was 190, but
170.
it's not like, oh gosh, no. It's not looking like it's 190 anymore, you guys. It's looking like I'm going to have to get to 185 or even 180 again, but with muscle this time, and that's so hard.
No.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Fabs don't happen at 180, you guys. They did not happen, and that's okay. So,
Yeah, we're still looking for the abs, but he said he's gonna get surgery. If he
not
doesn't
tonight
get
after
them.
the cake. Ab etching, I know that's right. So, if I disappear for like a month and then come back ripped, we know what happened.
He's gonna go to South Korea and get it done.
Oh, I'm gonna get a whole new face too. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm gonna just, y'all are not gonna know me at all.
We're gonna set sail. We're
South
gonna go.
Korea.
We're gonna go by boat. No,
Oh my god, what's that island? We're gonna go to Busan, whatever it's called.
Esme is gonna be offended if you get it wrong.
Busan
so.
Island. We're gonna go to Busan Island. That's where we're gonna go.
Actually, that would be kind of boosh.
It is.
But I can't go when I'm fat, so you're gonna have to wait for me.
Well, it's Korea in general.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going when I'm fat. I told you. It's gonna be too many problems. Even this is American small fat. This is
well, we
not.
can take you to KTown right now. Or you're here. Maybe not actually Korea, but KTown. Maybe we'll get away with it there. So.
Maybe. By American standards, I'm small fat now, which that means a lot. But by Korean standards, oh my gosh, I'd be the clown show, freak show.
Don't worry, you won't, because
I get people wanting to take pictures with me. They'd be like,
you'll be famous.
So this fat American over here. Anyways, enough of that. So let's set sail into the rest of the video. By the way, there's dogs in the background, so if you hear it, sorry for background noise. It's LA, it's loud, there's traffic, there's fans, there's no air conditioning.
Oh, that squeaking is just me passing gas. So.
There's dogs. There's a zoo. There's a lot going on. Okay?
Oh, yeah, this is a dog shelter, you guys, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening. So if you hear all that, this is not a sleeping video. This is not an ASMR video. This is not a comfortable video. This is an uncomfortable video. We're here to talk about things to make you uncomfortable.
Oh my God, like Degrassi. Okay. We're going to go there.
We're going to go there. This is Degrassi.
That's right, Fiona.
I don't know what to call you right now. So there were too many names that flashed through my head. And one of them was Tristan.
Well, you can't call me any of the girls.
You know what?
High school girls.
Katie,
so.
though.
Oh my God, you're all the high school girls right now, so.
Katie.
Okay, stop. Not everybody knows Degrassi. Let's focus.
Okay.
Ew.
So, as you can see, there's some ADHD going on. But we're going to continue. We're going to pull through. So, as a veteran of weight loss, what was your experience with jealousy?
My experience with jealousy was, like, at first when I started, people were very encouraging, and they were just like, oh my gosh, like, yay, like, get it, like, go for it. Like, we love that. We approve that for you, to start losing weight. Everyone was like, that's so good for you. Get it. We love that. Mm-hmm. And, so at first it was no big deal. I started doing my thing. Like I said, I started going to the gym. I started, I'd still eat junk, but I, like, monitored it. Like, oh, maybe monitored it. Anyways, I monitored it. So I was like, maybe I should just, like, junk food once a week or maybe twice a week. Like, baby steps. We all start somewhere. So I lost some weight successfully, and then people were like, oh, wow, like, you did it. Like, good job. And then eventually you keep losing, and then I guess I hit, like, a point where I was just, like, chunky.
Mid-sized sedan.
Like, I had some padding. So it's like you couldn't maybe you couldn't say like, oh, he's fat, but you can be like, oh, he's kind of chunky, like,
mid-sized. Sounds like a mid-sized queen.
Maybe like he's a sandwich away from being fat, So you could say that maybe. But definitely once I got to that point, people were just kind of like, oh, you can chill now, you can like relax, like take it easy, you're doing too much. And I was just like, what? Like, no, like I still have work to do, like I still want to lose some weight, there's still things to do, And that's when I noticed that I faced a little more resistance, like a little more pushback, because people wanted to make it seem like I had changed or something, or like I was just so crazy, so different, like so out there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, nothing changed, you guys. I just lost like a significant amount of weight. I was like, but I'm doing what I said I was gonna do. I'm still the same person. Like I'm still going out. I'm still behaving the same, So I didn't really understand it. Especially because at that point, I wasn't super strict how I am now, like in boot camp. So it's like, I still like, I would still drink. Like when I went out with friends, if it was like a party night, I'm still getting drunk. And like once a week, I'd still have cheat days. So like, not cheat meals, baby, cheat days. Like breakfast, dinner, and lunch was all crap. So,
ooh.
Yeah, so delicious. But, yeah, so I didn't really quite understand. I'm like, why are people so pressed? Like, why are they so mad about this? And it was just such a thing, and it was so weird for me to experience because I was just like, nothing is really changing, nothing is happening. And it never made sense with my group of friends either, because like if I hung out, like for example, with a group of gay guys and we all like the same kind of dude, I guess I'd get it,
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't the case at all. So I'm just like, why is everyone like so weird and funky? And I hate to like, I've always told you this, and I hate to say it, but I'm like, are they just jealous? Is it jealousy because they want to do it and they can't do it? And I'm just, that was the only thing I could think of. I'm like, you guys want to be healthy, or you guys want to lose weight and you can't do it? And like, I did it and I'm still going, so you guys are like trying to stop it, or like, whoa, slow down, like stay on our level, stay with us, So I was just like, So it's been one of the only things I really ever faced like pushback or resistance on, and I don't quite understand why. Because like I said, if it changed me into somebody else, I'd get it, but it didn't. Mm-hmm. I was the same person, so I can't think of anything else except jealousy as per the topic of this video. So I have no idea. And thankfully it was short-lived because I didn't have like a ton, of kilos to drop. But I can't imagine if I did have a lot to drop, like how much I would have had to deal with it or endure it, or if I'd have to go through as they say, that's sabotage, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that happen to me because I think it was so short-lived. Maybe
Yeah.
If it was a longer duration of time, maybe I would have had that happen to me. But because my thing, like, it wasn't like in and out. It wasn't like, boom, I'm done. But it was definitely like, you know, shorter lived. Like maybe like a year-ish of that at most.
A year-ish of people being skeptical and weird.
Yeah, and it was only a year-ish because I wasn't as committed as I am now. Because I told you I'd still drink.
So it took a while.
I'd still have cheat days. So because I wasn't so strict, I was stuck there longer. Not because I was that big and had a lot to lose. It was just because I was just not as serious. So it took me longer, you know?
And you were... And how much did you lose throughout that year?
Well, let's see. Because at first, when I started at my heaviest at 240, I probably dropped down to like maybe the 210s, 220s, and that's when people were like, "Whoa, you did good, but stop."
Okay.
So I think,
interesting.
Yeah, so I think throughout once I got a little more serious and dropped more, I'd say I went from probably like, I think I was at like 200 maybe. I dropped down from like the 210, 220s to 200. And then people were like, "Oh my God, you're just fine. Like, stop. You're perfect," you know? And I was like, that's not true. So I was like, it can always be better. So,
oh my God.
But no, honestly, I just wasn't comfortable there. It's just not where I wanted to be. So that's why I kept going. And like I said, I had resistance and pushback. And it was just so weird because a lot of my friends, I guess, and I guess a lot of people in general, I didn't realize that they use food like just as straight up entertainment. And, you know, if I'm not partaking in eating the food they're eating, it's like I'm boring. Like I'm not, you know, partying or having fun.
Right.
It's like when you go out to a bar and you don't drink. It's like, why are you not drinking? You're so boring. Like, ugh, you're sober.
Right.
You know?
It's yeah, I do think there is kind of there's a similarity between like alcohol culture and junk food culture, and often they go hand in hand. So often they go together. Like, you think of your beer and wings at Hooters or something. But that's kind of the vibe. You know, if you think of that combination, those go together. So I think a lot of people that drink a lot of alcohol, they tend to eat a lot of junk food, and they have that same, I think the attitude kind of transfers over.
Yeah.
So if you stop drinking, you'd get that same "you're boring" pushback.
And I did.
Yeah.
You know, I did. I wasn't eating with my friends or whoever I was with, and I'm just like, you're no fun. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, this isn't the main activity. We're going to do something after. I'm like, this is just to get the energy. Like,
right.
What? You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and I've thought about it a lot, and I obviously, especially as I've started to approach this, I kind of could feel it coming. I even started to predict that this would start to happen by this time. I literally, like, predicted about when. I thought it would happen in the fall. I was starting to fear this happening in January. So that was a long time ago, and I was like, I have a feeling it's going to start to hit at a certain point.
Yeah.
And I think it's really two things.
Ooh.
Drag racing out there.
I guess so.
It's really two things. It's one, that you're boring and you suck because you're not eating what we want to eat kind of thing. That's one.
Food is
and
my
then
personality.
Food is your personality. You're judging me because you're not eating what I'm eating. So there is like a moralistic component where people can feel called out because you're not eating a certain way that they're still eating.
Yeah.
And they feel guilty about it. And that can be one aspect of it. But I do think the other aspect of it is a change in status quo, or a change in basically a change in status or a change in status quo, which fat acceptance rhetoric and logic has permeated a lot of America. And so we perceive weight as status in the United States. So if you weigh more, you're seen as of lower status in the United States. If you weigh less, you're seen as higher status. I think that's stupid, but it is the way it is. I think in most other countries, they view it just as like you look better or you look worse. But in America, it's like a whole ass political status group. I mean, we are like, I always describe it as the clown show here in America. Like, when it comes to obesity, it's insane.
Yeah.
The way that people view it here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just that you lost weight. It's now your whole identity is different. Now your personality has completely changed. Now all this. That's crazy. But that's how Americans view it. Yeah. And I was starting to have that happen to me now just becoming small fat, where I'm having people sometimes, not super, super often, but it's starting to occur where people are starting to kind of trip out, or they have this view of me like, oh, all of a sudden you've become worse, or you're starting to be more harsh. And it's not true. I've always been harsh. I've always been kind of mean. I've said it numerous times on my channel.
Yeah.
I've been very critical a lot of the time. But what's changed is my size has changed. So people perceive me as being in a higher status.
Yeah.
And so therefore what I say matters more, and it cuts deeper. And that's difficult to reconcile. And that can look like jealousy, but I don't think it's completely jealousy, because I don't think a lot of people, especially who are thin or thinner, would be jealous of where I'm at. Mm-hmm. I do think it's the case, though, in the case of someone like Aubrey, or somebody who's bigger than me, who has not lost this weight and not been able to keep it off. Someone like Fierce Fat Femme. I mean, I can think of like people who would be in that category of jealousy. Mm-hmm. But as far as like your average American, I don't think they would be. But they are upset about the shift in status, because fat acceptance in America has made groups of size as different groups of status. And this has been going on for a long time. This has been happening probably since the 60s. So we already have a lot of their groundwork, and we have to dismantle it.
Yeah.
So, and by now it's like sacrosanct. I mean, if you talk to an average American, they will tell you weight is genetic. And you cannot lose weight, especially more than 20 pounds. I've lost 100 pounds. Yeah. And people are like, they can't cope. They're starting to trip. Yeah. So I think that's the thing, too, is it becomes like you're defying gravity. Or there's this view of like, you are living a way or doing something that I believe is impossible. Therefore, I'm upset with you, and I have to think of a reason not to like you anymore, because I'm having cognitive dissonance. And I think that can happen. And whether it's from your size, which is like 20 pounds, you probably went through a couple different categories. You went from small fat down to mid-size sedan. That's what I call it. It's mid-size, though. Then you're starting to get thin, and they're like, wait, you can only jump out of one category. You can't jump out of two. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what it is. Because people were fine with me going from super fat to mid fat, but going from super fat to small, they're like, nah.
Yeah.
And now I'm entering into that forbidden, what I call albatross era, which is why we're going with the sailor theme. But the point is, there's a little bit of an evil temptress energy that's being put upon me. People are starting to project things onto me a little bit, mm-hmm. which has happened to this guy over here very recently.
Oh my gosh, stop.
So,
goodness.
I need to ask you, can you give like a very, very quick rundown of what happened with this guy you're talking to? Because
my blacklisted event, you mean?
Yes, because I want you to tell them what happened, and then I want advice, because I feel like that kind of thing could happen to me, and is going to continue to happen as I lose more.
Oh gosh, okay, let's not spend like a million years on this.
Yeah, just
basically,
Cliff Notes.
So Cliff Notes, I have this favorite Korean barbecue spot that I go to near home, 10 minutes away, so close, so perfect, so good. I guess to sum it up, basically, there's a waiter who works there, and at first, I've been going there for years, by the way, so I thought we were just super friendly with each other, and like, oh my gosh, like, I'm a good customer, you're a good waiter, like, we're just regulars. But flash forward, he basically asked me for my number on Father's Day with my family there. Oof. And that was oof of all
By
times.
the way, just to throw some descriptors out, guy is chunk.
Yeah.
And he's also masked. Just have to throw that out there, just so you guys can paint a picture.
And tall.
Sorry. That was gay.
But
that was really gay. Okay, anyways, continue.
Well, I can't have them thinking he's a short fatty. Anyways, so yeah, no, but basically, he asked me out on Father's Day. He asked me for my number, and I said, okay, cool. And then I gave him my number. We were talking, and then I kind of like fell off from talking with him. So whatever. I had a lot of stuff happen. Life is busy on Mango Street. So, and basically, then I went to eat with a friend, and he kind of grilled me as I was grilling meat on Korean barbecue. And then he's just like, "What's up? Like, do you want to talk or not? Like, what's happening? And blah, blah, blah. Like, are you interested or not?" And I was like, "No, I am. I promise. Like, let's actually go on a date. Like, I promise." And, like, you know, blah, blah, I'll explain everything. And then, you know, he hit me with that, the infamous, like, "If I call you, will you answer?" And I was just like, damn. I was like, I'm really over here just getting, like, oof, grilled. So basically, we finally did go out, and I thought the date went well. Like, I'm pretty sure he thought so too. I'm pretty sure it was a vibe. Like, you know, like, conversation was flowing. It went great. We got to know each other. We made out. So I'm just like, you know, it's a good date. Then flash forward, and I got super busy again. Like, I got a new car, Volkswagen Beetle. Shout out to the Beetle. I got a Beetle, and then I had a friend's birthday, and then I had my dad's birthday back to back. You know, this is 3 days in a row. Mm-hmm. Getting the car, friend's birthday, and then dad's birthday. All three happened at the, you know, literally back to back. And I was like, "Oh, do you want to go out Saturday, Sunday?" And he's like, "I'm busy Saturday, Sunday. I don't know." And then he just kind of never responded to me, and I don't really pursue people like that or, you know, chase or whatever.
He's the girl.
So I was just like, oh, like, he'll let me know, or maybe he's mad. I don't know. So I didn't text him or anything. And then, you know, and then I had this.
Then Miss Albatross flew in, and I was going there to meet up with friends from high school that I haven't seen in a long time. And we go to eat there, and waiter is there, and he is a little salty.
He is, and like I said, I didn't text him or anything because he didn't respond to me. He didn't text me back, so I was like, oh, okay, he's mad or whatever. So I don't know if he got peeved because he saw me there with like some friends, and he's probably like, okay, so you're super busy for blah blah, but you're here with friends. I don't know. I'm just assuming, right? I'm guessing. But basically, we get there, and we're trying to figure out the seating or how many people it is, because another friend had said it was going to be 6. So I said 6, and then she's like, no, it's 5. And I was like, oh, okay, for 5. And this took like 10 seconds at most, you know? And basically he was like, do you want to be sat right now or not? And I was just like, oh. I was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, right now would be great. Like, yeah, please, thank you. And, you know, so then he sat us down, and then, like, that was the last he ever went to us or anything, because after that we had, like, one main waiter, but we had a few others helping us. But first of all, the service was, like,
terrible.
Not good. It was like bare minimum. Like, here's some food, here's some water. That's basically it, you know, bare minimum service. And yeah, basically we were blacklisted. I was like, ooh, this is so weird. I was
of
like,
course,
gosh,
because
like,
I'm visiting.
So
I got blacklisted. And I was like, oh my gosh. And everyone was like, what did you do to him? And blah, blah, blah. But I don't think Eric did anything, and it's like a projection. I do think it has to do with that other aspect of jealousy, which I talk about, which is like romantic jealousy in weight loss or in, you know, discrepancies of size, because I feel like he projected on Eric a bit, and I think it has to do with him being on a chunk and he's insecure or something, because I just don't understand, like, I don't know how to deal with that. So,
I mean, you just deal. I mean, he's not actively doing anything to me, I guess. I mean, the service sucks, but I'm still gonna go there. I still like the Korean barbecue. If he still blacklists me or anything, contrary to my coworkers' advice of, like, go to management, tell him, like, that's not okay. I'm not going to management. I'm gonna confront him and be like, what's up? What's good? Like, what's your problem? You know? What's your damage?
Dang.
But no, I don't even know how to deal with it, I guess, per se, because I don't know what I did. So that's kind of why I'm confused. Yeah. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, I didn't realize we had a 2-year relationship and I cheated on you and, like, you know,
well, because
took the children and everything. I was like, what? Like, what happened?
I know. Well, for me, I've been a salty queen before with that kind of aspect of jealousy, where I talked to you guys about it earlier this year, where I was majorly crushing on somebody and that person lost a significant amount of weight. And I mean, like, kind of an intimidating amount of weight. Like, went from kind of chunk, like, you know, belly, everything, to full-blown abs and everything. Like, pretty drastic. Whereas I was staying a Duff over the winter, and I was horrified. I was still in my Duff era, not my Albatross era. We have shifted now.
Duffing it.
Now we've set sail on a new era. But I was the Duff for like a year. And it was brutal. Okay? And so I felt very insecure. And so I can kind of understand. But I was ghosted at the time. And I felt rejected. And that's why I got salty. Yeah. But I don't... So I can understand jealousy in that sense. Just because you feel like somebody else has so many more options, and somebody else, you just feel so much more, like the competition just got so much rougher when you're not in a relationship with somebody. So I understand that aspect of jealousy. I have a hard time understanding, like, oh my gosh, my friend lost weight, now I'm jealous. Or like some stranger lost weight, now I'm jealous. That is kind of wild to me. And I do wonder if it is purely, I mean, I think it is jealousy for sure, but I think it's probably just people who have internalized issues. Or do you think it is just, like, what do you honestly think? Because you've experienced it full on. I'm just beginning. So I need your perspective.
I told you my thing. I just think it, like, honestly, it's, because I don't know, because it doesn't make sense to me why they would be super, like, jealous or try to hinder me. Because, I've told you, in certain aspects I can agree, like, I don't know, if we're both models and have to be of a certain physique or something, okay, I get it, we're both going for the same job. I can understand jealousy in that, you know, when it comes to weight loss. Like, I get it, we have to look a certain way, it's literally our job, I understand. But, like, in just regular life, I don't understand it, because I've never been bothered by friends who lose weight, you know? It's like, okay, good for you. Like, again, the only other way I can understand is, like, if you both like the same kind of person and both have to compete with the same person, it's like, okay, I can understand that too. It's an ugly feeling and thing, but I can still understand that.
Yeah, but that friendship's probably gonna end anyways at that point.
But as far as just regular people, I'm telling you, I just think it's jealousy, because all the people I've had who have been jealous or had an issue with it, they were not healthy, they were not fit, they were not in shape.
So you're basically saying they were fat.
Pretty much. And I'm just like, I don't know, because I think a fit person doing their thing, why would they care?
Yeah, that's true.
They already have it. They already have the aesthetic. They already have their health. So it's like, what do they care? Because I've never had anybody on that degree or that level hate on me. It's always been somebody who's, like I said, chunky or just average going towards chunky. And that's why I always assume, are you just jealous? Because you can't get your health in order? Because you can't get your aesthetic in order? Or is it because I would look, you know, better, like, internally and externally? Because, like, you know, when you feel good, you act good. You don't act crazy. You don't act out. You're, like, glowing. You're happy. You're healthy. And it's, like, you're going to be more pleasant. People are going to want to talk to you. And it's just, like, are you, like, upset that people don't want to talk to you or they won't gravitate to you? Like, that's just my thing. So I just think it's just pure jealousy. And I just think they just, because I don't know if it's, like, they're, because I don't know. It could be many reasons, but I never saw it as they're projecting anything onto me. I just saw it as, like, you're just jealous and get over yourself. Call me Manny Santos, grassy, but
we're talking about the guy. You're Manny. That's who you are.
You're just jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's jealous. You're just jealous. Like,
oh my gosh. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I can understand it from, like, just the romantic perspective, like, of being insecure. Like, I was very insecure in the beginning of the year, but I think I've just started to feel better, and I have started to be just, it's funny because I've become actually a little bit more pleasant, but I'm perceived as being meaner because I've lost. It's very bizarre, and I think that it's going to probably continue, because I think I've just barely scratched the surface, and unlike you, I'm not going to be, like, 20 pounds and then it's done. Like, it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be, like, a good 50, 60 pounds. And that's, you know, maybe not 60, but at least 40, which is twice as long. Yeah. So that's a bit of time. And if I were to get to 40, that'd be about, I'd be, like, in the 230s, 235, something like that.
Yeah.
which I probably would be mid-sized by then. But small fat, I think, my opinion so far and what I expect, I could be wrong, so I will definitely have to revisit this, is that it is going to be one of the most socially difficult phases of this journey. Because people notice you. I'm noticed. I went to the wedding. Everyone noticed me. I was recognized. I was, oh, hi, I haven't seen you in forever. People noticed that I had lost weight. And it was all positive, for the record. But again, I think most people, not all, at that wedding were positive. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Eric's going to get mad at me for being salty.
Yes, thinking there was going to be drama, worried about drama, and
there was no drama. It was fine. I was just a little nervous. I have a right to be nervous.
Someone's just addicted to the drama.
No.
And stuck in Degrassi High. Nothing happened.
Stop
you
it.
guys.
It was fine, though.
So extra.
It was fine. It was fine.
Duh, as we knew it would be.
We'll see. I'll get some tea. No, I'm just kidding. Gosh. I'm kidding. I won't. It was fine.
Yes, it was.
But no, but like I was recognized and everything. So there's that visibility. I wasn't duffed. I met some of his friends. I was acknowledged as a human being. I know that that's really a low bar, but I was acknowledged.
You were.
I was. And I was involved in pictures and the whole thing. I was not duffed for once.
It wasn't my fault you were duffed. Gosh.
For once.
Gosh, don't be like those people that hate the friend. You have to hate the man. Remember? Gosh, I didn't do it to you. It was BR. We don't like BR. I
forgot his name. What was his name?
Oh, I didn't want to say it. That's why I said BR.
I can't think of his name. There's too many BRs.
It's okay. He's a little cracked out, you guys.
I am. So. I'm tired. Anyways, you guys need to watch that video about my duff story.
Oh my gosh. Link is below in the description.
Probably not because I'm lazy, but it's on the channel.
Oh my god.
And the point is, it didn't happen anymore, which is major. So ring the alarms, ring the boat ship bells, whatever the fuck they have on a boat. But do it. Get the binoculars out. I'm visible. And I'm flying in the distance. It is happening. So I'm a little nervous because I don't know. I'm hoping the ship doesn't go down like the Titanic. I hope we make it through. But
you will, babes. You will.
Yeah. I mean, the last thing I want to touch on is just this aspect of, I think this is one final thing that I want to talk about, which is just, there are people who support your weight loss as a super fat person. They support you up to a certain point. And then once you get beyond a certain point, I think they start to turn, because I think a lot of people, they're happy when you are striving to survive. But if you ever start to thrive, then they're mad. Ooh, I can't even talk. Sound like I'm getting emotional. No, then they start to get mad or salty.
Yeah.
And so, what is your advice for people like that I'm probably going to deal with? That I feel like I already have had a touch of that.
I'd say, well, those are people you don't want in your life anyways, because if they want to see you, like, when you're
dying,
yeah, basically higher in, weight, but lower than them, I guess, health and status-wise, or whatever they see it as or think of it as. I don't think those are people you want in your life, because I will say, again, I never reached such drastic levels or had to stay in it for a long time. I never lost friends over it, thankfully, because they got over it. Either they got used to, like, this is real, this is not just a phase when it comes to change,
It's not a Kesha phase, yes.
It's not. So they probably just saw, like, oh, like, he's serious, he's stuck on it for, like, a while, and he's, like, about it. Or, like, maybe they, like, noticed a change in my composition and body, and they're just like, oh, like, he's actually doing it, or he's actually about it. I don't know what it was, whether they got used to me doing it for a long time, or the change that came with it physically. But either way, they got over it. I never lost a friend over it, thankfully. And I did have a friend who, like, openly expressed his jealousy. So, you know much about him.
He also struggles with toxic ritualistic behaviors. he has his own internalized issues, which I think that does go hand in hand with this type of thing too.
Yeah, so
he eats too much. That's what we say.
So I don't know if that will eventually blow up and be a problem or a thing, because
if you get to the abs level.
Well, or him just getting worse as he is, you know? So, but basically I would just say if it were to get to that level, the way I deal with it, because he's the best example I have, would be like, even though we have like a long history of friendship, I'd probably just drop him, because that's not a friend to me. If you want me to like stay in a certain position that's bad for me, that's terrible for me, you know, that's like not good for me, it's like, well, you don't care about me, you're not my friend. Or even if it's just an acquaintance, whoever it may be, it's like, well, I don't need you in my life, I don't want you in my life, because at least for me, like my friends, like, I love that you're losing weight, we love that you're losing weight, you know.
He pressures me, he threatens me if I don't.
I do. I'm still waiting on the Christmas cards. I'm here for it, you know. I tried to make him go for a walk with me earlier with the dogs. He didn't want to, but I tried forcing him. But anyways, so I try with him. But anyways, no, I'm just saying.
Gosh, I have to deal with people who are forcing me.
Yeah.
Extortion.
Fat shaming.
Fat shaming, hate, duffing.
Okay, no, that was not me. You didn't get me there.
Almost got him.
No, I didn't do that to you. Anyways,
you did.
Gosh. Okay, I didn't do that. But
you're like, all the other stuff, yes.
Nice try.
He pulls the food out of the shopping cart.
I do.
All of it.
I do. And he ate all my s'mores. But anyways.
Excuse me, there are still some.
Oh my god, you're gonna give me BC. Stop hitting me like that. But anyways.
Lies.
Yeah, there's still some today. What about the one from 2 days ago?
Fat sabotage. You're lying. You're lying about me.
You're fat sabotaging me. You made me a cake and I went down on that. So he's the fat saboteur, okay? Because I went in on that cake. Oh my god.
I'm the albatross. Get it right.
Anyways. No, but I'm just saying, like, you care. If you're friends, you care about that person and you don't want to see them do bad.
Yes.
Like, you know. I warned him years ago about canola oil and he laughed at me. Ooh, what was that, a ghost? Anyways. Oh my god, it was chocolate chips.
Oh my god. The dog.
I know. No, fatty. But anyways, I fat shame her too. So, I fat shame everything in here.
Oh my god.
But no, for real. So I'm just saying, like, those are not people you want in your life, because, I don't know, I want to see you do good. I want to see you live good. Definitely helps when you don't act crazy too, so definitely appreciate that. But no, I would just say
He wants me to change for him, and anybody who wants you to lose weight, they just want you to change. Don't listen to them. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. No, but I think it's good, and that's what I want to say too. Is if you are a super fat person, I think your strongest, most unconditional supporters, and I mean that in the best way possible, like in a very positive way, they are going to be the veterans of weight loss, people who have lost a significant amount of weight and kept it off for 10 years.
Oh,
that kind
here's
of
my
thing.
fat dog that needs to lose weight herself. Hi, Roxy.
Oh
Hi, Miss
Check out the other one. Oh! There's too many dogs.
Oh my god, but yes, I don't know if you can hear her breathing, but my dog is hypo.
I know, I think she is. She has breathing issues. I feel bad for her. She has hypoventilation. She has breathing problems, and there's dogs all over the place, and they're taking over.
They are, but it's okay. People love dogs. They're cute. Look, you can see her double chin on camera. Oh my god, I love it. She's fucking cute. Oh my god, double chin. But no, I think that's the best advice to give to, like, you know, people who are overweight or whatever. I just think you need to obviously care about yourself first and, like, do it for yourself, and don't listen to the others, like, because they're not the ones dealing with your condition. Right. They're not the ones, like, living, you know, walking a mile in your Louboutin. So they don't feel what you feel. They're not going through what you're going through. So it's like, why would you listen to them if you feel horrid, if you feel terrible? So it's just like...
And I think the veterans of weight loss, they will really support you because they've been there. And I hope to be that person once I've lost it on this channel. I hope to continue because I agree. I think you're right. And it's easy for him to say because he has charisma. I don't. So I'm just persona non grata all the time. But it's okay. It's okay. No, I will say my friends at the wedding and everything, everybody is so supportive. I was thinking I would get like all these weird comments about my weight loss. Nothing weird. Very nice. Had zero issues whatsoever. So you just gotta remember that people who are not your real friends, they're not gonna be your real friends when you lose the weight. So I guess you're right.
Well, yeah, I don't think anybody would say anything bad to you.
They
are
didn't.
good people or care about you.
They really
think it's
didn't.
Just
Yeah.
nasty people that will say like, or like say something like shady or slick about it or backhanded, you know. So I don't think people who care about you or are good people, like I said, would say anything negative, because why wouldn't you want to see someone extend their life and be better?
Right, and just happier too. I'm happier, you guys, at least for now, till I go back home and then I have to work all the time. Then I'll be like back to my.
But right now, vacay mode and your sailor hat, so perfect.
Anyways,
Perfect.
thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. There's dogs. There's dogs. You have to like the video because there's dogs. Okay.
I know.
And they're making out.
Like it for Hypo Rocky.
And there's fat dog.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. She's on a weight loss journey herself, you guys. Okay. She's trying her best. Oh, she didn't like that anymore. She's like, I'm out.
She's mad at me. Fat shamed. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day, night, whatever. Peace. Bye.
Bye.